I remember there being a lot of discord in the city. It was busing caused a huge division between communities. And I remember thinking how that division in the community was reflective of what was going on in my own family. My name is Sam Upshaw Jr. I'm a photographer, videographer here at the Courier Journal, and I have been here 31 years. I grew up in Louisville's West End, a predominantly African-American area. I was in grade school in the 70s, and that was right about the time that busing started. My mother was concerned because she saw some of the people who were threatening kids who were going to be bussed out. She kept us out of school for probably about 3 weeks because we kept seeing news reports about violence going on. My dad, on the other hand, had a different opinion. My dad, who was a laborer, he worked at GE for years, really believed in education, and he wanted more for us. So he told us the key to having more was through education. He never believed he fully had a chance to receive education in Alabama. So that's one of the reasons he moved to Louisville. And when he saw that busing was coming about, he was thinking that would be an opportunity for us to advance ourselves in a way that he wasn't able to. It was appalling to us to see that some of these school buses were having bricks thrown at them by other people's parents. That was the thing that was really shocking to us, is that someone who had children would actually lift a brick to throw it at someone else's child. On the first day, we took what is essentially a placement test. When we were all done, she put us in 3 groups, and it was kind of clear to see that she had what would be considered, the bright group, and then the mid-level group, and then the group that needed more attention. I was put in the group that needed more attention, along with the other black students who were in the class. 2 weeks after we took that placement test, after I had completed other work for this teacher, she took me out of the group that needed work and moved me into the mid-level group. At the time I thought, I must have really screwed that placement test up for her to put me in that group that needed work initially. And then as I got older, I thought, or maybe the teacher just made assumptions about me because I was being bussed from the West End. And she needed to have time to kind of monitor my work before she knew exactly what I was capable of. And so in that sense, I think the busing situation was an education not only for me, but for that teacher as well. When I went to Jacob Elementary School, it just seemed like King Elementary School in a lot of ways. These were just students who were, getting through the school day. Valley High School was reflective of the community and other schools because you were putting these populations of people together who had no exposure to one another before. And so that caused anxiety, intimidation in some ways, and I think the rumors of racial fights were just a symptom of people not knowing each other. But I think once we got used to each other, then the intimidation and the fear went away. And in some ways, I think that was the mission for busing, to get people to know one another, and then you can be more effective as a society. And I'm only speaking for myself because I can't speak for an entire community. But busing was beneficial for me because of my own particular circumstance. I understand that there are issues with it, valid issues, but I think the more the community can be brought together and people can get to know one another, that it's only going to benefit this community in the end.